Okay, we'll get started here. Welcome to Shelby County Board of Supervisors meeting this July 21st, 2026. Does anybody have a conflict of interest?
None.
None? Okay, consider approval of the agenda. Do we have any additions or corrections to the agenda?
None.
Okay. Do I have a
Motion to
motion?
approve.
Motion by Bryce.
Second.
Second by Mike. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Consider approval of minutes, July 17th.
No changes.
I did some corrections. Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Bryce. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, consider approval of any claims.
Look through and good to go, I believe. So I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Bryce. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Luke Wilson, Environmental Health, 2080 agreement with Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Shelby County.
Morning. Good morning.
Every 5 years, we got to do an annual 2080 agreement with the DNR for permitting private water wells. The only thing that's changed this from the previous year is the DNR went through some new rules and revisions with the Executive Order 10 that they did. So now they actually took Chapter 49 actually contains all the language, and Chapter 38 is now gone out of that. So the other thing was well plugging language was added to ensure that the county has clear authority in this area. So other than that, everything else has stayed the same. So I just need a signature from the chairman on that.
Vote to approve it first, right? Oh,
But we'll get there.
Okay, do you have a motion to approve?
motion.
Motion by Bryce,
And I will second.
second by Mike. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Along with that, they want to see Shelby County and all the other counties have a permitting and procedures deal. I did write something up. It's about 10 pages. Just kind of more or less goes over the scope of how we as a county go about issuing permits. As far as the application review, we go out and do a site evaluation, make sure we got all our setbacks and everything. Then we got the permit approval. We kind of go through the construction requirements. And then as far as what the contractors have to have at the end would be the well logs. And then for us to do a water sample after that. Did you have a chance to look that over, Marcus?
I don't believe I did. I don't think I saw it.
Okay. We do have to submit this. I don't know if that's something we'll look over before we send it in.
I'd be happy to if you want me to.
Okay.
All right. The only reason I asked you to have it, Marcus, check it out is because you rewrote it. Is that right?
I did not find that we as a county had a policy and procedures in place.
Okay.
Kind of all the things you do already, just didn't have it written down.
Yeah. So it's just kind of a step-by-step procedure and how we let the county go about it. So, is that something that we, or you as a board, should approve?
Mark said we need to approve that, or
If it's a policies and procedures, I think the board probably should approve it.
change it.
Okay.
Should we?
How soon do you need it done?
It was kind of short notice from the DNR. We just got it a week ago that we had these 2080 agreements done. So I just wrote something up. They want it by the 26th, which would be this Sunday. I can talk with Daniel Watterson with the DNR and just get an extension on that too. So
Can we approve with
Marcus.
after Marcus has a chance to review it if he's okay with it?
That's fine.
Special meeting.
What's that?
Call special
I mean, if we approve it with his,
But it's not on the agenda, so.
oh, it's not an
yeah.
action item
So
today. So.
if you can get an extension
Gotcha.
for the next one,
Yeah.
or if they need to call a special
Okay.
meeting.
we can come next
Does not
week
mean
and
no.
have that. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. But other than that, that's all I have for you gentlemen this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Chris Ferguson, Secretary of Roads.
Good morning.
Good morning. Rag break, tear your highways up.
It did, but it's over, and that's a good thing. And I guess I was going to say it later, but I think it went well, and a lot of people through the county, and I guess from my department, I just want to thank all of my secondary roads employees. I think they did a great job on what we had. I said we had 35 miles of road that bicycles could go down, and I know they have other places too. So spent a lot of time just trying to make it the best we could do. And
I understand several took the gravel route as well.
I believe so
They like
because
that, I can't imagine wanting to do more miles, and especially on gravel, but
Yeah,
power to them.
one of the road foremen went up and I said, see if you can see any tracks, and he came back, he says, oh, you can definitely tell they took it. He said, they just powderized the dirt road even some. So, traffic. Been neat to have a counter on it to see how many actually took it. But it was an event, so like I said, I'm glad it all went well, and I hope they have a little cooler temperatures going forward on the rest of their rides. So, first thing, I do have a right-of-way permit. This one is from Farmers Mutual Telephone, and all it is, they would like to bore underneath 1800 Street. This is right off M47, and they're going to go from the north side of the road to the south side of the road. So, very short, set another box. I have no issues. Like I said, they're good to work with, and I have everything I need from them. So, unless there's questions on that, I would say it for approval.
The motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by
I'll second.
Bryce, second by Mike. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Okay, since we're past RAGBRAI, a few things we're doing. I talked about the shouldering machine we rented, trying to run some highways up by Irwin. Right around the meeting last time, or right before, the machine had some issues, so it had to go back and get repaired. Finally got it back yesterday. Everything's working. We finished M47 to the north of Irwin. Today we are headed east out of Irwin on M24. So we'll see how far we get. I think we've got 4 live bottom trucks helping us out, semis. So hopefully we can progress and keep moving. The shoulder is going to take a lot of rocks. So like I said, we'll see how far we get today, and we'll keep going. Once we get out of county, we'll turn around and come back. So if everybody can just kind of watch, we do have flaggers out up there, but it's tough to keep traffic sometimes. So if everybody can just be a little careful, that would be great for us. The 750th Street Bridge is moving along fairly rapidly. Hopefully we can pour the concrete for the deck next week. At some point, it just kind of depends on the weather. If we can get a little better day, it would be good. But so it's moving along. Once that's done, final grading, pull the runaround out, and we should have it complete. So that'll be one good thing to have done. And then we also did start another bridge to culvert project to the northwest of Irwin, and that is on Quince, right north of 2200th. That was just a small wooden bridge that's being replaced with twin culvert pipes. So the last couple of weeks they've ripped the bridge out. They set the bed, set the pipes, poured the head wall. Yesterday we started backfilling some. So that one is moving along at a good clip too, and hopefully we can get that road back opened and get that one wrapped up. It's scary how fast the year is going here. So, as dry as it is, we aren't doing a lot of blading in the western part where they had the large 5-inch rain here. We're still trying to just touch up some edge ruts and fill them in, but not hard blading anything until we get some good moisture. So I know things are a little rough. It'll have to be that way until Mother Nature changes a little bit. But other than that, that's what we've had going, and like I said, RAGBRAI was the big thing. I'm glad it's passed.
I heard no complaints on the roads, so
That's
the
good.
riders,
That's good. I hope they.
all they could talk about was the heat in the hills.
That was the major event.
Dominated
I
the
think.
conversations.
It did, and yeah, I hope they had a good ride through and
Yeah.
continue to have a good week. So
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
thank you.
Okay. Consideration of approval of Board of Adjustment members.
Morning, Tony.
Morning. I'm back. So, was it in June? I think we did the some updates to the Board of Adjustment there.
Yep.
And one thing is, my bad, Malakapa, is I'd had an old list for the existing Board of Adjustment members. It's been 2 years since they met, and I was looking at the wrong list. So I want to make sure who we have appointed to it are Betty Larson, Denny Gross, Robbie Beeson, Tony Carter, and Jervis Maganja there. And either Tony or Jervis would be replacing Darren, who is looking to get off of it there.
Okay.
So that would be the list there for appointment to the Zoning Board of Adjustment. This is the board that would listen to appeals for variances or issue conditional use permits. They're the board that had the hearing a few weeks ago on that potential sandy gravel pit.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve
Yeah,
that list.
great list of candidates there. Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Bryce, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried.
Hey, Tony, one thing on those lists of board members and committee members, a lot of them are not on the website. I had somebody ask me, I don't even know which
Yeah.
board it was they were inquiring about, but it could help Austin get those.
I actually have the list, and part of it is I pulled it from the Directory of Information, which we maintain internally, and that wasn't even right. So I need to make sure that both people that maintain those two sources have current
Austin's
information.
going to try and make an effort to get all of them, not only you, but the conservation board wasn't listed. Some are and some aren't. It'd be nice to have them all on there so that people can look and see who they can contact.
Fully agreed.
Questions.
I'm not used to having a place you can put those.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we get our website up and going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came back that morning.
Okay, good. Take consideration and approval of planning and zoning board members.
That's all good. I just wanted to make sure I had a chance to verify both lists
Okay,
and be on the agenda if necessary, but no, we're good on that. So
So no changes.
no changes to that. So I'll see you for number 12, but well, I'll be here for number 12.
okay. Thanks, Tony. Okay, department head reports. Have any department?
Alex is coming.
Oh, Alex,
Morning. Good morning.
made it through the weekend?
Yeah, a little less air, but yeah. No, everything went well. I didn't really hear any complaints from anybody, and we could work together. Good team effort. So, I actually wanted to update everybody. I had a meeting on Friday for my executive committee. We were talking about the 911 sign project. I know it's something that's been brought up here quite a few times as well. We got a good process for people who want their signs to be replaced. They can go on and request it, and we'll go on and make it, and then get it back to them, and then at no cost. That's all covered out of the surcharge dollars that we get from the cell phone companies and the phone companies. So, what we were running into is the ones out there who either don't know the information's out there that they can request a new one, or maybe they just don't really ever think about getting it done. So, how are we going to get those replaced? So, what I've had with help with the sheriff's office, they actually took a plat map that we had made a few years ago and drove the entire county and marked with a red marker which ones need new stickers or replacement or something like that. So the rest of the year, my goal is to have it done by winter when there's snow on the ground, but I'm just going to be driving around and fixing the ones that they've got that need stickers. So if people see me out and about near somebody's mailbox, I'm probably just putting stickers on your on your address plate. So that's what we're going to do to at least, and we'll probably do that every 3 to 5 years.
That's a good idea. A couple of fire departments have taken that on.
Yep.
Defiance is gonna do that.
Yes,
so.
yeah, Defiance is going to do theirs. Shelby did theirs a couple of years ago. Yeah, they've all kind of helped out with it, but
Well, that's nice to get some help.
yeah, there's a lot of red in that book. So any help from the departments or anybody is much appreciated. So
If they request it, do they have to pick it up?
yes, we'd like them to pick it up. If it's, I've worked with a few of them that just can't, so we get it out to them somehow. So I know even in the past when it was at the conservation, that was just met, and that's where they picked all their stuff up. So, but it comes with, if you need a new one, we got blades and fasteners and all that stuff too. So it's not something that they have to go out and buy anything. They just have to do a one call if they need to take a new one, and it's the only thing they really have to do, put it in. So that's all I have. You're good.
Thanks,
Thank
Alex.
you.
Anybody else? If not, we'll move on to supervisors committee reports.
We had a good meeting with the West Nishnabotna River Water Trail folks, with Harlan's river access onto the Nish should be completed, I think, by the end of August, is what Jervis said. And with that completion, and then the one that Nishna Bend that was done 2 years ago, maybe, the state will now designate Nish as an official water trail. So there will be signage going up on the highways to direct people to those access points. And there will also be signage at the trailheads and also on the river to remind people to be respectful of private property, some of the etiquette of being on the water, and safety messages, distance and time and how long it's going to take you to float. So that'll be a nice thing. You might see more activity on the Nish when we have water in there. Plenty of water when it rains to keep the levels up. So that'll be neat to go. Probably have an official designation in September sometime.
You ever travel down the ditch?
I've been down it a couple times.
Me too.
Yeah, nice float.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Okay, thanks. I don't have anything.
Had a busy week last week. EMA Executive Committee, like Alex said, we met, talked about the signage and way to get it done. Southwest Iowa Juvenile Detention Center, we met. Conservation Board and the Hotel Motel, which we didn't have a lot of money to give away, but we gave some away. So busy week and got it done.
One of my bikers left me a seed ball, wildflower seed ball
Oh,
in my
really?
garage. Either they forgot it or they left it for me. I guess they were throwing them out in the ditches along the way to pollinator habitat type things. So,
I've heard of that with milkweed.
that's what it is, mostly the one I've got. So sometime when I'm driving down the road, I'll just pitch it out in the ditch and pollinators can have at it.
Okay, Chairman Greer. Quarterly report.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Chairman, how are you?
Good.
That's a good thing. Thank you.
Okay, so as always, the gray column shows what we did last year, the same quarter. We had a fantastic quarter. This time we had over $4,000 to $5,000 more that we did this quarter than we did last year at the same time. We increased in every area: the recording of the documents, revenue stamps, vital records, the registering and renewing of the recreational vehicles like boats and ATVs and ORVs, and hunting and fishing license. So we did more in absolutely every single area that we do. So that was great. The bottom portion is what we paid to the state, and you can see that we paid more to the state also, about $20,000 more than what we did
Picked up
last
5 and
year.
lost 20.
So I know. That's just the way it is. We don't get a whole lot for what we do, but
Yeah.
at least it's something.
It's good services.
Yes.
Provide them.
As far as the DNR, it's definitely boat season. We have had a lot of people coming in buying boats and all of
That's
that.
awesome.
So, so, and with the recreational vehicles, since they can now ride them like in the city limits and on county roads, we have definitely seen an increase of people with those. We have a lot of questions about golf carts. We were told by the DNR not to register golf carts because they have to have off-road tires in order to be registered, like as an ORV. Then they can't be on the golf course. So we've just been instructing them to call like the city hall or the sheriff, because they said, well, we don't want to get picked up. And we said, well, call them and ask them about it, because we can't register them. So anyway, we have a lot of calls about that. Hunting, the resident deer license go on sale at 9 a.m. on August 15th, and the turkey license go on sale August 15th at 12 a.m. There was just something in the newspaper, hopefully everybody read it from the DNR, that they've changed zones for the deer, and so we are in that zone where it's antlered only. Just a few counties are trying to get the deer population back up again, evidently.
It sure has swung since 10 years ago. There was so many deer around.
Oh yeah, it used to be.
Drive down the road without hitting one almost.
I'm fine with that, not being very many deer, because I don't like them. So, but for hunters, it's not great.
Yeah.
Vitals, I did I know I've said this already, but the cost of a vital record, a certified vital record, went up $5 as of July 1st. So instead of 15, it's 20 now. We don't get any of that money, however. We are now able to print birth records from 1983 forward for any county if you're born in Iowa. We can print from 1983 forward. The state continues to work on getting those records in the system so that we're able to print. So if somebody comes here from a different county and needs their birth certificate for the driver's license, if it's 1983 or forward, we're able to print that for them without them having to go to their county. So that's always a good thing. Seems like we've been doing a lot of research for the people trying to get dual citizenship.
Yeah,
And
it's a hot thing now,
it's
isn't
a hot thing. So to go back to great grandparents and get their birth, death, all of that. So that keeps us busy. On the legislative side, our bill for the fee increase did not pass. And so we would have to start over again this next year. But the Recorders Association decided we would lay low this next
it?
time. Yeah, and we're gonna, instead of working on that, we want to work with the people on the Back the Blue bill and try to get that to be more like what they wanted it to be originally. And so we're gonna work with them on the Back the Blue bill. Some other laws that changed that affect my office, House File 2749 removes the need to collect a declaration of value for certain exemptions, exemption 14, 15, and 22. Senate File 2497, they're going to add a new exemption, 23, that we will need to collect a declaration of value for, but there's some cleanup that has to be done. So the first one took effect July 1st. This one will take effect January 1st of 2027. House File 2215 changes the age from 20 years of age or less to under the age of 18 shall not hunt deer with a pistol or a revolver. So that went into effect July 1st. Senate File 2471 changes the fee for veterans lifetime for a harvester to $7. I think it was like 60 some, so they really backed that one up. That went into effect June 2nd. And hunting and fishing license are going to increase 5%. That goes in effect December 15th. And again, we don't get any portion of that. That all goes to the DNR. So those are just some of the bills that affect our office that did pass this session. So, any questions?
How's everything else going?
Good,
Good?
good, yeah. Everything else is going good?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Darren. Okay, consider approval of petition for voluntary severance.
Charlie, we approved the quarterly report.
Oh, sorry. Trying to get ahead of myself. Got a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Second.
Approve. Motion by Mike, second by Bryce. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, now we'll try 12. Consider approval of petition of voluntary severance of property location of city and limits of Harlan.
Morning again.
Hello again.
It's been so long since I've seen you.
Yeah, how you guys been? So, I can tell the story. This actually doesn't directly involve me. I'm not technically in the process. But there is a property on the north side of Harlan, across from the racetrack. Basically it's a parcel of around 4 acres, but the city limits runs right through it. So it's 2 separate tax parcels. Half of it's within the city limits of Harlan, half of it's outside. Several years ago, myself and a bunch of folks from the city got together and looked at this proposal where someone was going to build a house, and it was our understanding the house was going to actually be within the city limits, although it was also on a floodplain, so in order to be able to construct it, they had to build it up and get the base elevation for the house out of the floodplain. So the dirt work was done. In the meantime, things changed for the folks looking to build it, and eventually they've sold the property to somebody else who is the owner that has it now. We've also determined that the buildup was in the center of the property, straddling the city limits. And so to build there, it's problematic from a zoning as well as taxation perspective, because you've got two different sets of zoning ordinances that would potentially be in conflict for something built in the center of it. And then taxation is two separate tax districts. The city would get the taxes inside, would not get any outside. We'd have to, at the county level, maintain two separate districts, and it gets very problematic for a construction that straddles the line. So I had suggested to the owner that possibly they could annex into the city and make it all one. Since then, it's my understanding is it's being proposed that the city eventually sever their claim to that, removing the city limits from both parcels and put it in the county. From a zoning or assessor perspective, I have no preference. I strongly recommend one or the other be done, and that's my role in it.
Jarvis?
And just to add on that too, because it's just one house in there, infrastructure-wise won't make any sense to us to run the sewer and water for just one house. So I think it would make sense to set up an outdoor.
They would probably need a septic regardless, right?
Regardless, yeah. Or if they want an infrastructure like sewer and stuff, that would be a lot of work too. And he preferred himself, the owner wanted to be in the county side because he wants to have options to have animals or things like that. And I told him that you can't have chicken or things like that in the city limits. So that's what he's pushing towards the county. Yeah.
So I think there would have to be some sort of severance agreement put together, right, Jarvis? He has already, I mean, the owner is all for this.
Yes.
I'm not an attorney. I don't even play one on TV, but my understanding is the city council would have to approve it. I
Yes.
don't know what role you guys would have other than
Yeah,
it's
the board
ours.
really doesn't have any role. Under the statute, it's basically the city's, city makes the decision, city council makes the decision whether to sever it, and then it goes to the county.
I don't see a downside from the county's perspective.
No.
And then from a county maintenance perspective of the property, again, either put it all in the city or all in the county is the same result there.
Yeah, no, our city attorney's working on that too. So we'll get that to the council. The next step is to get this for you guys' approval, and then we can move it to the city council to review that.
And I don't know other than
Todd is working
them
on it.
signaling it's okay, they don't have to officially do anything at the county board level,
Right.
right?
Yeah, that's my understanding is that it's basically a city deal.
You're just withdrawing your right to it,
Yeah.
or your claim on
Pretty
it.
much, yeah. Go through that process, yeah.
The city will lose a little bit of property taxation.
There's no
Not
problem
much.
with it, I mean, yeah, because it's just the land that's in the middle, so when they build that house in the middle,
2
it's gonna
acres
be,
or something.
it's gonna be an issue there.
And the potential value of the house.
Yeah. And the homeowner just also wanted to move to the county, so that's why we're trying to accommodate that.
A lot of people just move to the county, they don't move the county.
Yeah.
But
So the portion that's right now in the city, we wouldn't have to accept that into the county or because it's already in the
No,
county.
because it's in the county.
Yeah.
Basically, the city has carved it out, and they're cutting it back,
Yeah, okay.
so it just goes to the county. It's kind of like an easement that is abandoned, it just goes back to the original.
Yeah.
like an alley or a
Yeah.
road or something.
Right.
I don't see anything wrong with that. I have no issues.
Didn't matter if we would, but.
No.
Yeah.
If we're
You're familiar with what's going
nobody would
on.
care. So, yeah, appreciate the heads up on at least the understanding of how it came to be. So we'll
Thanks,
be
Tony.
action item.
No correction needed.
Thanks, Tony and Marcus.
Okay, do we have anything further? Any comments or questions?
Paul, any comments from the past weekend with racing, drive and all that?
Huge events for the county, you know, just a huge economic impact from both of those events. I don't know the exact numbers, but in the millions of economic impact for the county, I think, if you looked at it data-wise. Just bringing of people together, you know, to volunteer together, that type of thing's always good, so.
Everybody did a good job, I thought.
I've heard I haven't heard a lot, but I've heard good reports so far, so yeah.
It does cost the city some money, but it sure helps local businesses and all the groups that fundraise and you know, the students raise money to go to Washington DC. So all those intangibles that you know, it costs a little bit of money, but get a lot of goodwill and
Okay,
funds raised.
we have nothing further. Meeting adjourned.